Hi, I'm Anna.
I'm
We're
Ben.
AutoSave. Welcome to our channel.
Today we're watching Solo Leveling Season 2, Episode 3. One thing that we've been nervous about for a while has appeared in the last few episodes, and that's Dungso, right?
Yes.
Another thing that's happened last episode, though, is Manager An was kind of given a nudge by Baek about how amazing it would be if Jinwoo was amongst our ranks. Do you think that Baek or Manager An would try to kind of get in the way of Dungso's involvement in trying to get revenge on Jinwoo? Do you think that that's any type of possibility? Because at the end of the day, Dungso's so powerful that it's not like Manager An could physically do much.
That's a really great question to pose because, yeah, Baek saw the Dungso wanted to basically kill Jinwoo. He didn't even just see, he was told the Dungso was here to kill that guy. And he's interested in welcoming him into the White Tiger Guild and gives permission to An to continue to pursue. And not even just permission, but like, you better get him into our guild. And so, yeah, exactly what you're asking. That's so true. Like, you would be maybe more protected if you were to join the White Tiger Guild because you'd have S ranks literally there having your back.
Maybe. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Where are we?
Wherever Jinho and Songyi were going with Jinwoo?
Yeah, things have changed a little bit.
Boss. Oh, okay. That makes sense for you to be surprised by this. He's just sitting.
This is Iron. This is Igris.
Oh wait, we're having them
awesome.
work for us, even more so. They're minors now. Jinho's like, that was my job.
Oh.
This looks like a ship.
Oh, the wedding ring. No way, right?
In English.
Are we in America?
I'm human. Go home.
Go home?
Oh my god. It has to be Jinwoo's dad, no?
Are we like stuck in a gate? No way, right?
I mean, it kind of seemed like we were in America, right?
Yeah. Like a parallel to Dungso about like why do people leave this country to go work somewhere else?
Yeah. Maybe he went into a gate and somehow came out in America. I'm not sure.
How are all the gates actually connected to one another?
Nice.
Our deal's up. Negotiating.
Good question.
White Tiger.
No.
しばらくは連絡つかないと思う。どういうとこがあって。なんだ。
僕のこと面倒に思ってるので正直に言ってください。ご迷惑をおかけすることもありませんから。
もう酔ってんのか。
10個離れた兄が1人います。
Aw.
兄は僕のこと嫌ってて、何かをしたことって。
Are you
You're
the
like a
brother
brother to me.
replacement?
それに命を助けてくださっただけでなく、お願いまで兄貴が本当の
Oh my god.
だったらなって思います。
それなら
He's kind of smiling.
今日からお前は俺の。
Oh my god, Jinwoo! But his life, like, someone's gonna try to kill him.
兄貴。
Drink it away, Juno.
ガンガン焼きますんで。おいおい、乗せすぎだ。
手のかかるやつだ。
身元は分かったのか。
国外のハンターだと主張しています。10年前、ゲートに
Trapped inside a gate 10 years ago, unable to leave.
気づいたらアメリカのゲートとつながっていたとの供述です。
他には
英語を話せないようで、通訳を伴った取り調べはまだ可能性もありますので。
対応策は
同国人と思われる S 級ハンターに応援要請しました。
Don't be.
ファンか。
No!
No way.
取り調べを行います。
それはよかった。ところでこの男の名前は。
イルファン・ソン。そうです。
Oh no. You've killed my brother, I'll kill your father.
It's probably a common name.
なんだか忙しいね。誰と行くの？
友達とだって。
いつ彼女できたのよ。
戦った時のレベルは20そこそこだった。今のレベルは当時の3倍。あの頃よりは楽に戦えるはずだ。
Should be. So grand. This show really loves big doors that
I
open.
love big doors. What's the notification?
Can't leave until you complete.
クエスト。この城は悪魔では触れ返っています。
Gather their
悪魔の魂を集めてください。剣は悪魔の魂1万個
10,000 demon souls. Alright.
今回のお目当ては別にある。やってやる。
ギルドを任せてほしいだと。
はい。
I really hope this works out, Jinho.
いるのを知った上での言葉なんだな。
もうギルドマスターに迎える兄さんの計画はリスクが大きいし。
というハンターだったか。ファンドンソク攻撃隊全滅事件、服役囚殺害事件。この3つの事件に関わり生還している。お前の主催するレイドにも全て参加していたな。白虎ギルドが遭遇したレッドゲート。聞いていたのもソンハンターだそうだ。ギルドマスター免許が取れたのはソンハンターの協力があったから。
So what? Could only have the guild if he would join it?
それでも僕にユジンギルドを任せてください。後で必ず。
分かった。お前に任せてみよう。私条件がある。
Oh no.
白虎ギルドがソンハンター。
We have some good intel.
Yeah, I know.
ソンハンターをうちに連れてきなさい。
We became his little brother. Don't manipulate that.
やります。
It's just so much.
期待している。
The mana is contaminated.
抽出できないんだよな。
Ah.
やったのにもったいない。
We've killed a bunch, but we can't extract their souls or extract them.
フロアへの侵入許可書。あそこで使えってことね。でも広いダンジョンだな。ビルの中に都市一つがまるっと入ったようだ。
There's an entire city inside the building.
徒歩での移動はしんどいな。
Yes! Ride it!
俺の親玉だったアイスベアか。さてと行ってみますか。面倒なやつだ。
I mean, that's one way.
Jinwoo loves being Jinwoo.
タンクだ。
Tank!
Giving him a name. Okay. Was that Miss Cha?
It looked like it.
ヘインさんだ。なぜですか？羽ありの情報を一般公開せず、一部のものだけに。
Interesting.
教会の指示です。
Mm.
現時点で公開してもパニックを起こす
Only cause panic.
今は戦力を蓄える時です。
数も多く階層を上がるごとに強さも増すが、 各界に現れる許可証を持った悪魔だけを狙って倒すことでサク進むことはできた。あの城が元のタワーと同じ構造なら100階まで存在することに
Jesus!
強さになっているのか。
Good question.
何より食料を持つのか時間との戦いになりそうだ。
We're close. There we go.
Okay.
果たしてどこまでいけるか。バカか。
Oh shit.
ソンハンターお留守でしたね。
その妹も旅行と聞いてるだけ。レイド参加記録もなし。
Are we using her to help?
形跡もなく記録したのは市内のど真ん中。
そんなことまでわかるんですか？
Manager On is a very capable man.
どこにいるんだろうか。
If only you could know.
あのでかいボス級は俺が相手する。蹴散らしてしまう。
I'm pretty confident in Nigris, like above all else.
Right?
知能のステータスを上げたおかげで兵士の保有数も維持する。
Ah,
だ
cool.
いぶ戦闘に余裕が出てきた。あいつはいつまで座ってんだ。動かないなら仕掛けてさっさと。
Holy shit!
I was gonna say maybe he only gets up if he thinks you're like a worthy opponent, but he's too fast.
とだけなのに筋力を上げすぎたか。ケルベロスの時のあれか。
Oh!
What? We can use Iron Shield.
止まらない。絶対にどこかに隙はあるはず。今だ。もらった。
I don't know. Holy shit!
こいつ、あの小さな頭ぐらいか。
It's always the eyes.
奇怪な動きを封じなければ。あれだ。怒りで周りが見えてなかったか。
Oh!
Love seeing him smile so much.
All right. World Tree Fragment. Oh my god.
モンスターとはな。モンスターじゃないと何度も言っている。DNA 検査でも何でも協力してやる。黙ってろ。聞かれたことだけ答えりゃいい。
He's so great for being used to interrogate.
たく、こんなものまで作ってよ。聞いてもいいか。黙ってろっつったろ。トトモンスターについてどれくらい知っている？あ？どれくらい知っている？何の話だそれ。4ゲートモンスター。
They're just the tip of the iceberg.
この災いとなりうる力が。なんだよそりゃ。最悪の災いだ。それ以上は言えない。
An ultimate catastrophe.
で、その災いを防ぐこと。だが何人いるか知ってるか？そいつら集めるや。あの力の前では無意味。食われて利用されるだけだ。
Used against us.
強いようだが。ああ？モンスターの分際でご立派に名前まで名乗ってんのか。嫁にガキが2人。
Two kids.
Yep.
Are the kids listed? The kids are listed, aren't they?
息子の名前を覚えている。
Oh my god.
ジン。その先は。答えねえっつったろ。答えてもらう。いや答えねえ。その代わりにいいことを教えてやろう。お前の息子は死んだ。遺言があればあの世に行って自分で伝えろ。
Ah! Let me stay there! Ah, but this is awesome too.
なんだよ、一方的じゃないか。
Oh my god, we're just there?
アンネットの恐怖を感じる。まあいい。
Do you think when we're talking about the catastrophe, we're talking about Jinwoo? Hunter is being used against us.
Wait, wait.
この程度で済んだのは
一瞬でミスターファンが負けた。被害の拡大よりも早く。
Wait.
これで食料が尽きた。今回はここまで。今は75回。まだまだ道半ばだな。が、収穫は上々。
Oh yeah.
貝のデカブツから手に入れた耳飾りと木の骸骨から手に入れた首飾り。
Why make that disappear? You should wear it.
もういいが、セット効果がつくのは美味しい。
Nice.
ウィンドウの表示からボス級のモンスター。この貪欲の玉もいい。幸いこれは浄土。魔法兵に持たせれば。そしてクエスト報酬で選んだ呪われ
The
た
cursed random loot box!
一度は入手機会を失って
Yes! I was worried too.
スース気づいてたけど
Another key.
いつどこで使うんだ。
As the
When the
required
conditions-
conditions are
今
met.
回のお目当てはこれじゃない。貪欲なるボルカンから手に入れた世界樹の破片と
This episode is insane.
亡霊の引導者メトゥスから手に入れた小玉の森の
Okay. One more.
3つの素材のうち
Two out of the three ingredients and two out of the three kind of boss level items.
あと一つで母さんを。次に来るときは必ず。
Holy shit, man. Okay, that was Soul Leveling, Season 2, Episode 3. That was an episode. Oh my god. It kind of reminded me of like early on in Season 1, we would have some episodes that we'd go like back and forth from multiple different like plot points. And that was exactly what happened here. But
A few of them snuck up on me. A few of them snuck up on me so bad that I didn't realize until it was over what I had just seen.
yeah, I just don't think it's comparable to anything that we've ever seen within Soul Leveling so far, because we have met Jinwoo's dad. I wonder if Jinwoo's dad looked the way that he does now prior to being trapped in a gate.
You mean the long flowing hair?
I mean like his build.
Honestly, or his power level.
Yeah. Did you want to bring up the actual conversation that we get from Jinwoo's dad about the explanation of how long he was in a gate?
100%, I would like to bring that back up.
For a second, when we were first introduced to him and we were hearing the English voice lines, they were done so well. I was like, oh my god, did it just switch to like a dubbed version
no,
of Soul
didn't.
Leveling halfway through the
It
episode or in the
glitched,
beginning?
and we're in the dub.
Yeah. Says he was trapped inside a gate 10 years ago, unable to leave. And then at some point he found an exit that took him to a gate in America. Holy shit.
The fact that there are exits within the kind of realms within the gates that take you to, it really does give they're connected, which I know I had already said it, but how can you enter a gate and then it transport you to a red gate or the double dungeon kind of being connected even though they shouldn't have been connected? Are there really just doors and connections to all of them, like a network, and they're all actually connected? Is that really what it is?
Yeah.
An entire world.
Do you think that he's a player or do you think that he's a hunter?
I think he's a hunter, but I do think that it's just an interesting question to put out there, like, that you'd already asked. Like, did he go in there with the build that he has and with the level and strength that he has? He's seemingly an S rank. He's seemingly incredibly strong. Maybe the strongest character we've met yet in this series, possibly. Yeah, did he go in there with all of that? Or is this just from being there 10 years and surviving? We had to survive for a good amount of time within the Red Gate. And we did. We survived well. We had food. We had a campfire and all that. But he survived 10 years.
Look, if he went in as a hunter and that's when he awakened for the first time, or he had a second awakening at some point, that's very possible, and that could be the case. But I also have to ask, like, well, if Jinwoo was stuck in a gate for 10 years, is this what he'd look like? Is this how strong he'd be? You know? And the only way that it would be able to get stronger and stronger as you go without a second awakening would have to be if you're a player.
We do kind of get the Demon's Castle as a parallel to that situation of if you're in something for a longer amount of time, does it then power you up more? Like, Jinwoo had to be like, hey everyone, I'm going on a little vacation. Like, he is taking time off to be able to do this Demon's Castle with the key. He knew he was going to be in there for a significant amount of time. He had supplies ready. He was probably going to wear out his supplies by the end of the episode. So yeah, it's kind of similar parallels there. Maybe, or maybe not. Maybe his dad is just was all raised and already incredibly strong, and therefore that's why he was able to survive this long.
Maybe. I love that it's Dungso who ends up being the translator.
It's the stupidest decision ever on
well,
their
no, it makes a
part.
lot of sense. Like, the idea that it's pre-established in our minds that he lives in America is the perfect, like, segue or reason for him to be the translator. And it's also the perfect reason that he'd have a grudge or a vendetta against this man who can't be distinguished from human or monster.
Why I say it's stupid is just because of his personality. Like, did they not know what his personality really truly is like? Because I don't think I would want him interrogating something that I was fearful could be dangerous.
Why not?
I guess I would, if I thought that he was stronger than said possible humanoid magic beast,
Which he
I would
would
think
be.
there was an intimidation tactic that he could utilize against said humanoid magic beast.
Yeah.
But if you want any information being told to you, his attempts at it weren't really working.
What are
He
you
wasn't
going?
even really attempting.
You're telling me that, like, the better option would have been bringing in an S-rank hunter that's native to America that can't speak Japanese, and also a translator who just isn't a hunter. And you know, like, we have to consolidate here. We can't pay 2 people to do a job. You only have to pay 1.
I guess they couldn't just send a real, like, just a normal translator in there, because it would have been, they don't know the risk.
Yeah.
They have him, like, shackled up, but,
I
like,
mean,
who knows?
There was a parallel world that an S-rank hunter who doesn't speak English is sat in this room while the translator is translating for them behind the glass. But that's not what I want. What I want is Dungso getting his ass kicked.
Which inevitably is what we got, because they were able to be in this room together like
what a
this.
fucking bar to raise up. Like, I guess it segues into what we hear from Ilwan, right? How much has humanity learned about gates and magic beasts?
He's probably hoping with this question that humanity has learned a lot, that we have really excelled over the last 10 years.
But it also, like, immediately when I hear that, I'm like, how much do you know that I don't?
It
That's
does
terrifying.
It does lead to thinking he knows a lot.
The dungeons, the gates, the beasts, they're just the tip of the iceberg.
What do you mean by that?
The power capable of bringing forth the ultimate catastrophe has awakened. And what's that supposed to be? An ultimate catastrophe. Not much else I can say.
He looks not very happy. He looks sad almost as he's talking about this catastrophe.
My goal is to avert that catastrophe. Do you realize how many hunters there are in the world? Put enough of them together, numbers won't help. Not against this threat. They'll be devoured and used against us. And I want to go back a little bit to reread. So, devoured and used against us, right? Mm-hmm. That's one key word that we're taking away from here.
I like awakened.
But the power capable of bringing forth the ultimate catastrophe has awakened. Mm-hmm. Capable of bringing forth doesn't mean it's an inevitability, right? Or like that the power itself will guaranteed to bring forth the ultimate catastrophe. It's saying that the possibility has now awakened. What has also recently awakened, I guess, would be Jinwoo.
As
like
a player.
I as a player or as a shadow monarch, you know.
But didn't we at the very end of season 1 have the dialogue about from the Hunters Association where they were talking about someone is going to be born right at this moment. Someone's going to be born with great power right at this moment. It was kind of like an overlapping conversation as Jinwoo was fighting at the very end of season 1. So it's similar kind of ideas there.
Yeah. Do you think that it's Jinwoo that is being talked about? Or do you think that it's another thing that is showing us that, yeah, while Jinwoo is making very quick or very effective progress within his strength and defeating these creatures, that it's literally just the tip of the iceberg. Even Jinwoo can't comprehend what is to come and what that ultimate catastrophe would be. I think it could be either.
Another guess could be that the player is being utilized by the system in preparation for fighting this ultimate catastrophe.
Or
that Jinwoo's being led down a path where he would be able to harness enough power to be able to stop this ultimate catastrophe.
It's either that or being a player is building the perfect vessel for the ultimate catastrophe.
I think that that's a good guess as well, especially when we have that idea that, like, if 2 S ranks were to fight each other, this idea that just normal people were given such immense power and kind of a lot of laws kind of bend to them because they're given such immense power in this world. and what they can get away with said power. When you have that even with the S ranks, what about people that would inevitably, a player, could they surpass an S rank, and really that's unprecedented, and what would that do to the world? What if two S ranks fighting can wipe out a city off the map, let's say, or completely destroy an area in a town, then what would someone stronger than an S rank be able to do or bring forth to the world?
Yeah. Do you think Ilwan will be able to get to Japan? I mean, seeing the destruction that he caused, I don't know if he'll legally be able to get on a plane, but I'm sure that he could threaten his way there.
Or he could swim his way. I don't know what he's capable of.
I'm looking at Dong So at the end of this battle, right?
Which I was very happy to see this. This is the moment where I said in the discussion that some moments in this episode went so quickly that I didn't realize what happened until it was basically over.
Like, I am glad that Jinwoo isn't going to die at the hands of Dong So, but the
Right?
fact that Dong So seemingly has no hands isn't something I'm necessarily happy about.
Oh, wait. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
Wait, or is it... No, I think he's draped over. I think he's draped over a stone.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
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 I
Yeah,
think he
yeah,
is.
no,
I think
stone,
he is,
stone.
yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Light, glare, I good.
We're
He
good.
has
We're
hands. It seems
He was
like
still
he's
beat.
alive. Yeah,
he was still defeated, so we feel good about that.
Oh, I don't know what to expect, man. I don't, like, you had brought up his, like, the kind of cadence of his voice or, like, expression on his face in talking about this catastrophe, and that's how anybody would talk if you're talking about a great catastrophe coming up, but my mind has to go to Jinwoo as well.
If you were to begin to understand or think that you could start to understand how someone like Il-hwan would feel about his family, especially, like, if we don't really know exactly when what happened to Jinwoo's mom happened, what if our dad knows about that? What if he knows about that and then he was suddenly trapped in a gate? He's unable to care for his wife and his kids, and he's there for 10 years and he knows about this humongous threat and he cannot get to them to save them, to warn them. Now he finally has the chance. I mean, I can really, if that is truly kind of the line of thinking and the heart of the matter for him, I can really get in there and kind of like empathize and sympathize with how he probably feels. And I think that we're in for a real treat with this character, honestly.
I love that we're a big brother now to not only our sister, but to Jinho. That interaction made me... it made me so happy. It made me so happy.
It made me happy, but then it made me nervous towards the end of the conversation of, like, accepting the brotherhood status.
See, that's a
Because I was
different scene altogether.
Because I was like, oh, wait, but Jinwoo's saying that he's gonna be gone for a little bit. Dong So's still around. And then we get the cut where Dong So's on a plane. And I'm like, yay, we're actually gonna be safe. You know, this has really saved us. Because if this hadn't happened, the perfect timing, honestly, of Il-hwan kind of being able to enter this gate in America from the exit from the gate he was in. Perfect timing, because what if this hadn't happened when it did? Jinho could be dead right now.
Maybe, yeah, but that first interaction at where they're drinking, and Jinho gets drunk, and he confides in Jinwoo about his older brother and how they don't get along, and he hates him, and he hates Jinho, and saying that he wishes he could have a big brother like Jinwoo, and Jinwoo's response, he's just like...
He took his time, too. It was really special. There was a smile on his face. He poured them both another
Jinwoo
drink.
loves being Jinwoo. He loves being who he is at this point.
Honestly, he is really loving, like, who he is at the moment. But unfortunately, we then have to talk about what Jinho has promised his father.
Yeah, and it makes sense. There's a lot of pressure there. He truthfully thinks that his brother is taking us into the wrong direction, and he is bearing his soul and put time into this. Yeah, with Jinwoo's help, but it's something that he really wanted to do. And he's being given that acceptance to do it his way. But what comes with that is saying Jinwoo would be involved, and Jinwoo isn't necessarily going to be... I can't guarantee he's just going to be like, oh yeah, okay, because we know that he is on his own mission. He's soloing himself.
Would Jinho feel any ounce of, like, of course, Jinwoo will say yes, he thinks of me like a little brother, and if I can appeal to him like that, he'll say yes. Maybe he's thinking like that, but if we had thought about it a little bit more before this moment, I think we could have come to the conclusion, well, you know, if Dad's looking at the kind of facts of the matter, he'll see for like that Jinho was only able to be capable of what he was capable of because he had this one person there helping him through 19 raids.
Yeah.
So, of course, Dad's one condition makes complete sense to me. Like, well, you've proven that you're capable of it only if this person is around. If Jinho had proven that he was capable of it, like, hey, here's 50% of the raids I did with this guy, here's 50% of the raids I did without this guy, and both were successful, that would have been maybe like the perfect thing to show. But unfortunately for Jinho, I don't see Jinwoo accepting this proposal.
It's not just that Jinwoo was there for all of them either. It's like the complexities of the situations that he was involved in, and then the Red Gate. Like, it's everything stacked together.
And even in the last gate they did, the Shadows did the extraction of the Essence Stones. You know, Jinho didn't even do any work.
But then they were like, here you go.
I know, it was a very sweet moment, but I think that was to show us kind of like what we were gonna see later on, which is the proof that like Jinho really didn't do much at all. And then even in this last example we see he does nothing.
He either already passed the written exam or is going to. That's something.
That is something. Studying is hard.
Yeah. I thought that it was really interesting that Jinwoo wasn't able to extract the demons.
Yes, they were contaminated.
I brought
had
up
that down too.
The line that we get, the notification. The mana is contaminated. Shadow extraction is not available. And he's like, oh, this seems like a waste.
Do you think that's a thing throughout the Demon's Castle? Like, all of the demons are contaminated?
I wouldn't, like, lock it in 100% they all are, but the fact that he hasn't used it on any of the other ones yet would lead me to believe that.
I like that there are conditions.
Yeah.
I really like that. Obviously, we weren't able to get Barca because we just weren't strong enough.
I'm still upset about it.
I like that there are other reasons why we aren't able to extract different enemies.
Yeah.
The contamination, that's so interesting.
I love the fact that we have to get, like, entry permits to allow us to go to the next floor.
Right.
The fact that there's 100 floors is fucking crazy.
The fact that the floors are each a city within a building.
Yeah.
Like, we entered the castle and I was expecting just seeing a fight inside a beautiful castle.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, wait, why are we back in the city?
I also wanted to point out a really cool detail was within raising our intellect, Jinwoo's able to summon more soldiers and have more magical power to maintain them.
Which is super helpful. We also gave a name to one of our lovely extracted shadows.
Ice
Tank.
Bear Pack Leader. Tank. Why do I feel like, you know, you'll ask a parent, like, who has 3 children, which one do you love the least? And they're not gonna answer you. But sometimes they have an answer. And I feel like Iron is by far the least loved by Jinwoo. It's just like he's the least... You have resentment towards Iron.
He gave his shield, though. He was very helpful in this episode.
It was really cool to see him give the shield over.
Yeah,
it's
I
almost
didn't even
like
think about being able to utilize kind of his shield.
It's almost like a telepathic, like, hey, getting your attention, you immediately know what I want from you, which is a really interesting detail.
It does seem like telepathically to some extent. It's like they understand what he wants from them.
Yeah. So during the fight with the avaricious Vulcan, firstly, I want to talk about, it was like Jinwoo was upset and offended that he sat up and went out of his way to attack Jinwoo's army. And he was like, wait, what the fuck? No, you don't. And then punched him, didn't realize how strong that he's gotten through like 17 buildings. But like, so we get a notification earlier before the fight even starts that Ruler's Hand leveled up to level 2. And then in the actual battle with the avaricious Vulcan, we're about to get hit, and we get like a half a second flashback to earlier in the episode, remembering that the skill increased. And I'm like, this is perfect. It just goes to show the intellect that Jinwoo has. We remember it. We immediately utilize it. So good.
But still a tough opponent because he was able to like anticipate moves. Inevitably, obviously, we defeated him because we outsmarted him basically.
And we not only defeated him, like later on in the episode, it's like, oh yeah, Jinwoo's army is going up to face this massive foe and a great throne.
It was so
comedic.
And
Jinwoo's just like hanging out on the throne.
He's behind him.
Yeah.
He's like,
It's crazy.
You're about to die now. There was like a line like did the dead feel fear? There was like
Yeah.
something to do with that. Very cold. We have 25 floors left.
Yeah, we do. I want to bring up that line though, because you're right. I guess even the undead can feel fear. This
Oh,
picture.
He's like, huh?
Yeah.
It's like the
surprise
the
Pikachu.
Surprise
Yeah.
Pikachu.
It's amazing.
Oh my god. I'll start using this instead of Surprise Pikachu.
Yeah. All right, a couple of things that we've gotten. World Tree Fragment. I want to bring that up. I had like 1659 somewhere around there. Category Material. Purified wood from Vulcan's Club, which was mowed with a branch cut from the World Tree. Wood from the World Tree has strong magic properties and is used for crafting advanced magic tools.
What
I
is the
love it.
World Tree?
Yeah.
If we're at the tip of the iceberg and this is a possible network of an entire actual
It'd be cool
other
to see it
dimension
at some
and
point.
world, is there commerce? Is there cities where these monsters and magic beasts actually can talk to each other and sell goods and live lives and have families?
Yeah.
Like, what is the iceberg? What's the bottom of it?
That's a great question. I love the earring that we got, the necklace that we got. Sometimes I really do wish, like, can we just see this one consistently? Like
The earring. I think the earring would have been a nice little touch to his outfit. If he had
Yeah.
the necklace, obviously, I had made a joke during the episode. I was like, oh, why aren't we just like wearing it proud?
Yeah.
You know? But I think the earring actually could have worked, you know?
Yeah, and the Sphere of Avarice, it isn't half bad. It doesn't do anything for me personally, but it doesn't have to be me who uses it.
Which we love when we can give things to other people.
Yeah, in the hands of my magic soldiers, it'll double their firepower. And
the thing that made me the most happy in
Uh-huh.
this episode.
Cursed random loot box.
We finally get to go back and click yes to the
It's been
cursed
so
random
long.
loot box. We were so scared. I was so scared. Me and Jinwoo were so scared that we would never get to know what this key. Well, obviously we don't get to know what this key does.
It's interesting.
Now,
Okay,
either,
first of
but-
all, the key is so cool. I love a good key.
Yeah.
And second of all, item, question, acquisition difficulty, question, category, question. Information will be released as the required conditions are met.
Which I love.
I'm like, okay, so it'll be something like once we hit a certain level or once one of our like intellect points or whatever it would be hits a certain level, then we're notified that information about the key is acquired? Or is it like knowledge conditions? Like once we get to a certain extent, like a certain level here, we'll have more idea of the world that we're stepping into, so then the key would be opened? Or what if when we inevitably hopefully talk to Ilwan and he starts telling us more that this is only the tip of the iceberg and about what's to come, what catastrophe, then those conditions could be met.
Yeah, something that happens in this episode, you've been saying, it could be that intellect points go up further. I mean, that's what we talk about in this episode, that has helped us out a lot within the fights that we are enduring in this episode, is the intellect points. So maybe our conditions aren't met in terms of that specifically. Maybe that's just kind of supposed to be connected here. But regardless of that, like you said, like a good key, I kind of wish keys actually looked as cool as the keys in Solo Leveling do. Like, I wish
They do.
house
They
keys-
exist.
They do?
Yeah, it's just you need to go out of your way to find them, you know? Have them made.
I
It's
guess
not
I don't
like,
have the patience for that to go
yeah,
out of my
look,
way.
we're in a world, a stupid, lazy world, and that you and I end up not going out of our way to acquire such gifts and such informations, and that's because we're not good enough. If we
Not worthy.
no, it's not that we're not worthy. We just don't try hard enough. We end up just going to Home Depot, putting a key into the machine, and then get it to copy it for us when we have like 1 out of 6 choices and half of them are NFL teams.
Yeah, and sometimes you can put a little hat on the key.
Yeah, like if we taught ourselves how to make keys, then we could be making keys that look like anything we would want. But guess what? We haven't done it yet. We need to be more like Jinwoo.
Yep.
My last thing is that we are 2/3 the way of completing what we need for the elixir of life to
Yeah.
be made.
One more boss level beast. One more item, one more ingredient.
I imagine that like coming out of this episode, we're going to be returning to the actual world because we have said 25 more to go, whatever. But it almost feels like too good to be true. That, oh, we're 2/3 of the way done. When we come back and get it next time, then our mother will be saved. Like I hope that is the case, and I hope that it is soon. But it almost like I'm reluctant to have that much hope.
You'd be saving her at a time where now we're being told a catastrophe is about to befall possibly the entire world. What are you really bringing her back into the living for? You know, what is the world that you're going to be awakening her to?
What if for some reason what she specifically is inflicted with is something that even the elixir of life couldn't heal? Because even that could be the tip of the iceberg.
It says it can heal everything, but I'm
Yeah.
like, do we truly believe that? It's the same idea of like, do we truly believe the system has positive intentions?
Mhm.
To some degree, no. We don't really truly trust the system. We're just kind of using it as it's trying to use us. My
Maybe.
last thing is that we're keeping the ants a secret and their evolution into being able to
You're
fly
so
a
right. And I
secret.
get it. I get it. It would cause panic and fear, but that combined with knowing that it's just the tip of the iceberg is extremely unsettling.
And it's unsettling to Miss Cha. She's seemingly, from the little we got of her in this episode, it seemed to be bothering her that she's having to keep such a threat a secret from everyone.
Yeah. I'm glad that Manager An is still doing his due diligence and being great at his job.
We're
He's even
using
getting
Park
some juice
Hee-jin.
boxes. Yeah.
Yeah, we're using her to maybe help convince
Mhm.
Shinwoo, I guess, to join the White Tiger Guild.
I don't know, man. I'll say that like you have no alibi. If somebody accused Jinwoo of murder and Jinwoo was like, "Oh, yeah, I was at this place during the time." You're not at home. You just disappear in the middle of the city, you know? Like it's a tough position, man.
We're shown that there's a lot of surveillance. I mean, there is a surveillance team, a part of the Hunters Association, but there's a lot of intel out there that people are able to get their hands on.
Yep.
That we were being shown firsthand in this episode by multiple people.
I appreciate it.
I do too, but like you said, it could be dangerous.
Yep.
What if he's framed?
Mm-hmm. All right, you good?
Yep.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hope to see you next time.